Welcome back to Shapez 2. My name is Nilaus, and we are back here with the most important episode of this playthrough. I think that is, obviously the first one is the most important, because if you didn't watch the first one, then you are not going to be here. Anyway, what I'm going to show you in this episode is how to use the space platforms, because you can use them the right way and the wrong way, and I think that I have a good way to use it, and it comes from the fact that I'm very used to working with city blocks, and we're going to be doing it exactly like that. So each of these blocks that we have access to will sort of serve a specific purpose, and that purpose will be as generic as possible, so that we can use those and just patch them in as sort of more aggregate blocks. So the game will transition into going into a block and doing a cool design, and then going out of the block and then combining the cool designs. Those cool designs, I have already quite a lot of those sort of built and designed, but we're going to design them in this episode together. The ones we are going to need 5 designs, I think, and we're going to design those, and we're going to combine them in new and fancy ways in order to get us something cool. So what I want to show in this episode, well, first we completed the milestone, we got access to the space platforms. Now we have to choose a factory. This is a really big decision for me, because obviously, well, I think most of you are going to be playing on normal. So if I wanted to sort of do a clean playthrough of just showing you how to do it, then I would choose the normal. But honestly, I really like the challenge of the hard ones. So you won't be able to just copy my builds and put them into yours, because first of all, you're going to have different designs, different shapes out in the world. So you're going to have to combine this yourself. But it also shows that if I choose this one, I will have to do some more advanced stuff, and then you can use it for your factory, even you're playing on normal. So I don't want to give everything away. I'm sure also a lot of other content creators are probably playing on normal, but I want to do this because that forces us to come up with good generic designs, and therefore that's the one we choose. And you can't change it afterwards, and so we're going to do this one. We are jumping in on the hard difficulty. And if you really hate that choice, leave me know in the comments. If you like that choice, also let me know in the comment section. Now we need to show what we can do. We need to do like these extenders, and then we do this one is just the mining, and you can see it only has 1 activated, because out here we actually need to do a shape miner extender, which then push, and then all 4 are activated, which is actually what you see here. You just didn't really think about that was what you saw here. What we're going to do in this episode is we're going to complete this milestone. There are, of course, also other milestones down here that we should do, but that's just too many things in one episode. So I'm going to be focusing on designing the blocks for this, and then completing it. And that should be enough of a challenge for us. And that will give you sort of a really good idea about how to play this game moving forward. Right, what are we going to do first? Well, let's take a look at... First, let's... honestly, I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to delete. So basically, all of this is completely useless. Right, this has no value for us. This one has no value for us either. And I'm just going to do a little trash here. This also does not have any value, or this one. But I kind of want this one to stay here, because that will actually give us the blueprint build, the first one. When you play on normal, you just have 3 blueprints, or normal difficulty, but when you play on challenge mode, you actually have to earn the blueprints. And with the kind of amount of copy paste I do, I need to generate blueprint, or generate here. This is obviously not very much, but it'll get us a little bit. This is just coming in at 120 per minute, so 120 points per minute. It's not much. We can leave it here for a little bit. It wants us to do space belts to get them from a miner. Good. So now we have that part. The first thing we want to do is we want to take this shape out, and we have that shape as part of that one. So I'm actually going to take this out, and then I'm going to use this blueprint we already have and get that in here. Now, space belts are really cool. They are, we can see here. Let's have a look at how they work. So let me just explain how they work, because that's kind of a little bit weird, isn't it? These here. So they are coming in on one of these locations, and you can kind of see that there's each of these lanes, there's a space on either side, and those will be for tier 2 and tier 3. So what we need to do is we need to copy that one over here, and that doesn't really look good. Then I do it that way. Let's see. I need to do this one as well. I need this one for the blue. No, this one for the blue, and then I need that one. Yeah, okay, this is fine. I just don't like it being out there. And then you can see now, I'm burning through my points here. There. Okay, so what I can do here is take one of these and just make it go up. This will also show you how the space belts work. And then I go out. Now it switches, space belt. Go out here and then merge them together. So as we merge these together, we will see that they actually merge next to each other. And now we will be having 2 of the 3 slots open. And of course we haven't unlocked the 3rd floor. So this is going to be it. So they will be merging, and when they come back into a box, into a location like this, they will be put back on the right sequence. So that is the first thing. That's just for us to just get a sense of what it actually is. Then I am going to not do this, but because we want to do a design, and I actually don't want to do this either. I'll just take this over here. Like every time we do these copy paste, we lose some blueprint points, and we need to also make another blueprint factory. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to cut out the diagonal. So let's go here and make a design for cutting the diagonal. Here's an advice that I would highly recommend. When you do designs, always just let it face north and then build it afterwards. Because when I'm saving these blueprints as they are facing north, it's just so much easier. All right, so I'm gonna get 4 lanes in, and what do I want outbound? I just want 4 lanes outbound moving onwards, and then I just need to figure out how do I cut this out. So I'm gonna need a cutter. We're just gonna test it here. I'm gonna need a cutter, and then I am going to rotate these here, and then I am going to split these, and then like that. So this is gonna be our design. And I'm even going to do it a little bit different. I'll do this one because then I have room for something else I want. There. And I'm going to be building it here. 2, 3, 4. And you go in here. All right. That goes out. Like that. Here. Here. And here. And then let's do the same thing on top. Oops, not like this. Like this part here. Copy. And then we just go 1 level up. Not what I wanted. There. There. So that's coming in. Oh, why is that not the case? Oh, yeah, it is the case. Okay, yeah, of course. Oh, this is a mistake. These actually have to be here. They just have to be like this. And yes, I could use this for something else, but for this case, I think it's more important that I get these outbound, and they're going to be here, jump down and out, and copy, Shift F. There we go. We have a blueprint. This blueprint is a very generic blueprint. It takes something out. And then for some reason this is the one that will come in first, so that's the one that jammed first. So this will basically just extract the diagonals from any shape. Cool. So let's use that as a shape there and there. There we go. So now we have those 2 shapes, and I want one of these to be on the top floor, because then I can put them out on a level. And then I put this on a box here. And then that needs to go back. Just cut and in here. That's now coming in at 4 lanes, which I'll do that. Copy, lift it up 1. And of course remove this, which isn't necessary. Okay, and if I look at this, I get exactly what I want. Isn't that awesome? So let's do the same thing for the blue. That is, we can either take that one, I don't, but I want to take this one, which should just be, hey, we already built this, didn't we? Can I just do this exactly the same? Let's just try it. Let's see what I get out. You can always just do this, and then you'll get the highlight here. Yay, it works. And then we just make a blueprint out, or a space build out. Here, and inbound, and then I need to merge this up somewhere else. We'll do this, and then I can take this design, copy it, and then flip it, and then obviously take this out. There you go. Is it coming in? Yes, it is. So that is already the first 2 milestones already completed. Of course, there's going to be a long travel time here, but it has the right shape. Excellent. We'll wait for that to complete. We've completed the first goal. The second one hasn't even arrived yet, but the first goal has been completed. And now the next thing we want to do is we want to put this one on top of a white square. Okay, so that's actually doable, right? What we can do is we can just use the same idea up for this one, because it should be pretty much the same thing. So I can just try to copy it, and it costs 4,000 points. That's the owie things about it. This part, let me see here, and then I just need, it was red because it couldn't place all of them on the miners, but let's have a look. Ooh, look at that. That's not good because we're getting the wrong ones in. Whatever are we going to do about that? Well, let's do this one first. So it's really important that you undo when you place something. You undo it, because if you undo it, you get your blueprint back. So I want that. I'm gonna put that in here and then put that in here. So now this is actually cutting out the wrong ones. So we're gonna need a rotator. That's gonna be super simple. I'm just getting it 4 lanes in. I'm gonna get 4 lanes out, and then it'll just do rotating. And how is it gonna rotate? Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4. These are, I need 2 for each, so it's gonna be a small build here. That one. Here. And then out again on the other side. Good. And then I might as well, when I do these kind of things, just also make it in 2 levels. There. So that's done. And I kind of forgot to do the always face north. I'll do that. Actually, let's build the first one. And we're going to take the blueprint we already have. I'm going to building these generally in my blueprint repository, but it's a little bit messed up and I'd like to clean it up for you. There we go. We got that. So that works. Then I'm going to do the same thing. See, this was the lower one. This one is the one that outputs on the top level, so we can do that. And I will now zoom out, and that should be exactly what we want. So that will get us here. So now we have this one, which is going to be the top one, and this one is going to be the bottom one. So now what we need to do is we need to make a way to stack things here. So I know that it won't be possible to build it smaller than this, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of things that we want inbound. Right, so what are we going to do here? We're going to get 8 lanes inbound. Oh, hold on. Are they turned the right way? Yes. And yes. Okay, so they do stack. And I'm just going to get this in from the side. And so now what I need to do is do a stacker. In order for us to do this stacker, I actually need this one. This is the bench stacker. It's slightly faster. So if we look at it, this one is up here, 6, and if I tap it, then the other one is 4. Slightly faster, you know? So that's, do I even need that? I don't know. But what I need to do is, I need to be able to output 4 belts, 8 belts here. So I need some kind of small stacking design. What if we just try this one? Go something along the lines of, how far out can I build? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm gonna get this here, and it'll just go up like that, for example. And then I'm gonna get this one in here, and you're gonna go that should be fine. And let's just make sure that things get in here so that we can see that it actually stacks things on top of each other in correct way. Yes, it does. So this works. Now the question is just how the hell are we going to get all of these in here? What if I did there, there, and there? Then I'd have the easy solution here. That's the easy one. All good. Yeah. But we are gonna have problems here at the bottom of it. Luckily, we have the possibility to jump, 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 and jump. There. So. Yep. And that means I can bring the lower ones out. Okay, so now they brought up on the top floor, but we also need this one here brought down on down to the ground. That's good, because then I should be able to. This one is just gonna be going up, I think. No. I think it looks better if all the bottom ones, all of this. Yes. And then this one. Ooh, don't like it. I think this is better if I do this. And you're actually a little bit too far inbound, aren't you? Yeah, I don't think this works. I simply think that they are too big. What if I remove this and used the other here? Here, here, flip it, that one, that one. It's gonna be the same speed, but it takes less space. Ah, that we do like. We do like taking less space. Yeah, okay. So that goes out, and that goes out. And remove it and replace it with this design maybe. Here, here, and here. Because then you can go here and there. That looks good, I think. And then that means this one is coming over and go up. Oh, this looks so much nicer. Okay. Then I take the whole damn thing here and then I flip it. And then we just need... let's go the lower first. Oh, this is interesting. No, it's not. It's okay. There. So that goes in, and then at the top level. And lo and behold, we actually have something that takes 8 lanes in here, 8 lanes in here, and then puts it out as 8 lanes out here, stacked on top of each other. Isn't that freaking amazing? And this blueprint, just copy paste it. Just get it wherever you need it, and then there you go. That's that one. Let's do the same for the other one, right? That should be just as easy. Oh no, because then wouldn't it be much better if I could actually, instead of just throwing away the other half, because the other half is exactly what I want. I really think it would be nice if I could design a build that instead of throwing away the other diagonal, then split it. I think that would be much nicer. Let's try that. Let's try doing one of those designs. So that's definitely going to be a bigger platform. So as you can see now, we spent some time on designing this, but what this one gives us is that anytime we have 8 lanes plus 8 lanes, we just figure out the main one is the bottom, and the one that comes in from the side is the one that goes on top, and then it'll forever and ever, every time we need to stack something, that's it. This is just it. I love that. I love that about this game. We built this tool and it works. It's not something like a special building that we unlock. No, we built it. We built this damn tool here. And now it's forever going to be our go-to for 4 lanes stacked on top of each other. Or 8 lanes stacked on top of each other. Great. Well, this one is going to be a little bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Because it kind of has to be the same thing as that. Not even just a little bit the same, just like entirely the same. Let's just have a look. I did say something about always design facing north. How's that working out for you? Not really. Okay, these need to go. I'll design it facing north, just because. And it just made it more comfortable. So we can also save it and then it's always facing north. Because there's a little bit of with rotation that makes things a little bit more complicated. Okay. Let's figure out what it is we need. Let's start by doing a split. And then doing some kind of rotation. Rotation. And then do a there. So that's the core part of it. And then that just needs to be... Can I flip that? Yes. Since I have so much space, then I am going to build it here, 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 and here. And that means you're gonna go in. All right. And I need some of these to go on the bottom level. Here. That one and that one. And the other ones to go up. There. So that's one split. We're obviously going to do more than that. Let's see. We're going to do this part here. Actually, this part. And then build that. Probably should build it. I just feel that that looks better. I don't know. And... Yep. And the top one. And then I'm gonna get you up here. And then go down there. Yep. That gets us 2 lanes. They are unfortunately not looking great in terms of the rotation. So I am going to, when I'm looking at Northway, let's rotate the top level. Because that's the one I can see. Here. You go out here. And then I'm going to rotate that one. There we go. So that's rotating it. And now it looks better. And I'm going to take... First of all, I'm going to empty it. Copy. Rotate. And there we go. So what we have now is a design that takes 4 lanes in and splits it out. Oh, it splits it out with the white on top of it. That is what it is. Now I build it. This is fine. But what that means is that we're actually going to need a rotator. Which is something we have. So that's not a problem. So I'm rotating all the stuff that comes in here. And then I'm going to take this blueprint and build it out there. Now this is not ready though. Because this is... Obviously the top level here is not necessary. So we can delete that if we don't want to see it. So it goes in here. It gets rotated just 90 degrees. It goes out. It gets in here and then it becomes blue over white. Great. So now all I need to do is do a smashing together. Now we do have this one, which is taking 8 lanes in and 8 lanes in and then putting together. We're going to do another build because I know that this is going to be super useful. Oh, I regret telling you how to always do it design with northbound. Pretend I do that. I think that when you build some robust designs, you really want to have them like done like that. Okay, so this thing here should be pretty damn simple, sort of parallel to each other. There, so that's 6 here, and then I should be able to put it here, which means you're gonna go out like that, and you're gonna go out like that, and then basically the same thing. And you're gonna go in, and you're gonna go in. Yeah, that was easy. sometimes have a tendency to make things more complicated than they need to be. So that is basically taking the top and the bottom and just smashing them together so that we have the shape we need. Now this shape is then ready to be fed back into the network. And then we just need to copy this part. Let's see how expensive that is. That's 4,800. Owie. So don't make mistakes here. That goes on top. Yeah. And then I do space belt here. There. So that means we now have, this is going on the lower level and this is going in at the top level. Great. And it should be moving, and we will get all of those feeding back into the start. In the meantime, we can see that we've unlocked the last of the shapes that we want to do. So in order for us to get from this shape to that shape, it's of course combining these two, but first we need to do some kind of swap corners things to move the corners from here to here. That is that's a thing. So this is facing north. We might as well use that while the other one is just completing those 3,000. So we're gonna start by making this. I know for sure that I need one of these. So what the hell is this gonna do? Well, let's start by just making one of them and then figure out what the objective of this is. The first thing we need to do is we definitely need to do a split. And then we need to rotate one of these here. And then we put them back together. That's it. Good. And then I need this. I'm going to do it the same way as I did last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that goes in here. Ooh, I actually really like these to be, I don't know, this is just vanity. There. And let's actually just copy this. Oh, I wanted to cut it. Cut, paste, and paste. Because there, that can just go straight out for once. This one then have to go a little bit more out. And this one, copy, flip. That one, and copy again, copy, and lift it. Isn't that freaking awesome how you just built something in this game? Does it work? I don't know. Yes, it does. Cool. So that's ready to be put in. It's obviously the wrong side, but that doesn't matter. Here. And then we just need to wait for this to complete. As we can see here, it is coming. Oh, is it? Okay, they are just not filling up. The other belt is coming in, so we should see, yeah, there we go. We see this top one. And that means it's now coming in at 120 times 8, so that's 960. It comes in at 960, so that means like it's 3 minutes until this is completed. We can wait for that. And we're now really close to getting the last one done, so I can actually just cut it out here because we have plenty on this line to get it back. What we can then do, there we go, shape goal. Now we only need this, so we can take this expensive build that we've done, and we should now get this out as that one. So if you look at this, this is on the right hand side, which is correct, and this is on also the right hand side, which is not correct. So all we need to do is we need to get a rotator. We have one of those here, and we put that in there. But the rotator is not rotating the right way, so we'll just swap that with there. That's all that. And now what I need to do is I can just take all this and just stack it there, and we can also just remove all of it. Oops, all of these are kind of, we just want to make them even cleaner here, just to illustrate how clean things can get. Oops, I just took a wrong design here. Copy one up and there. And then I need a stacker, which is what we have here. And it doesn't really matter which one is the top and which one is the bottom here, because they will be merging in on top of each other. And then I just do that one. Isn't that amazing? Like, all of that work was just, oh yeah, we have something that stacks 8-bit plus 8 bells. We have something that takes rotates, and we have something that splits from one side to the other. And if we just look at the output built here, yes, that is exactly the right shape. So that's going to be trickling up to 12,000. It's going to take a little while. So I want to just see if I can. This is mainly just a little challenge for myself. Well, this one is working its way up. It would be nice to be able to do this shape, because that's a shape that gets us blueprints. And with the way I build, I'm going to need a lot of blueprints, because that's a lot of copy paste. Each one of these is 4,000. Yeah, so they're expensive to copy paste and just stamp down everywhere. So we need a steady supply. If I could get 8 lanes of this one in, damn, that would make me happy. So how would I do that? Well, I could say this side here, that's kind of the lower half here, and then combine it with let's say that side here. Then those can be combined, and that forms the lower level. Then the higher level is a little bit more tricky, because I need to find that weird shape that is inwards. That's here. That could be a diagonal, which we know we can extract. Then that kind of should be combined with that diagonal. Then this has to be combined with that. All right. So this and this combines the first level, and this diagonal here plus this diagonal here combines into the second one. And then it's just stacking them up and feeding them in. I can do that, right? So we're almost completed with this milestone, and I had to sort of sit and wait because I had already built the other one, but I don't have any platform units left. This is why you really shouldn't be building this way, and also what happens on challenge mode. Usually and correctly, you would be doing these tasks, which would give us more platform units and also more research points. But I wanted to show you this specifically. So we are going to let this one complete. Ta-da! Gold shape has completed, and we unlock paint, which is not something we're going to do right now, but I wanted the 800 points because that is what needed for us to complete that one. So let me explain what I have done, and then we can see all the blocks that we have already made and how they fit together. So what I did over here, I took mining this one, and I want the diagonal. So we just took it out and I rotated it, and then we got the diagonal out. So we got the diagonal. Then I need to combine this with another diagonal, which I get from the full circles. So I just got in here, I rotated once. Yep. And then in order to get them the right shape. And then I just combine them, because if they are sort of opposite of each other, then they just merge into this full shape. And now that full shape is the top level. And that goes in here. And then on the other hand, what I did was I actually had to make a new design, which is a half destroyer. Not very interesting. So I just take this in, rotate it, destroy half of it. That's here. And then rotate it again so that it fits. It comes in here and gets combined with the other half that we have extracted from here. This one is exactly that half, so it just goes out and combined in here. And then I get the lower level and the higher level, combine that in. Let's see, if I turn north, it should be the right way. Yes, that's turned right, that's turned the right way. And we now get it, hopefully. Oh yeah, it's coming in now. Some of it is kind of jamming. But we are getting it out here slowly and surely. And then what we'll see in here, should you see it? Yeah. Okay, so what we're seeing here is going to be 2 points times 90. This is 960. So 1900 points per minute. Yes, 1920 points per minute coming in here. Absolutely amazing. Funny how that, they're not just highlighted, so we don't get these blueprint points. So that means now with this one running, and we just leave it here for a while, or just forever, then or for a long time, then we can actually get a lot of blueprint points. We can get a ton of blueprint points if we just paint one of them blue, which is super amazing. So that might be something we want to do in the next episode, just taking this finished product and then painting it blue, because, you know, the blue one's right there. So that's pretty good. And that will be something we look at in the next episode. Plus, of course, obviously, here we also have to make sure that we do some of these side quests, because they are kind of important. If we don't have those side quests, then we are not getting any research points. If we don't have research points, then we don't get faster belts and all the other cool research things. So that's also something that needs to be done. But I hope that this was highlighting for you how awesome it is when you have these modules. So we have a rotator module. We have a module here that cuts the diagonal out, or sort of extracts the diagonal. We have another one here that stacks. We have another one here that rotate, or sort of makes them go from diagonal to side by side. And all these things, you just save it, and then when you need it somehow to go like, oh yeah, I already built it, and then you combine it. And that is how you scale up this game. I think this is amazing, and I think it's super cool that I build these. You're going to build them different. Maybe you're going to build them exactly the same. And this is what I'm sort of building up a repository. I need to clean this up because there are too many cutters, and some of them are actually swappers. So there's definitely a lot of things here. Like, okay, what are these actually doing, and what are these indicators mean? And it's super cool, and this is kind of the core of this game. And then from now on we add fluids as well, which will be in the next episode. So few things. I'm streaming this on Twitch. Come by on twitch.tv/Nilaus at 8 p.m. Central European time. Then I'm streaming this most evenings for a while at least. And also, if you want access to save games and if you want access to blueprints, then you can pledge on Patreon. That's kind of a reward for the people pledging on Patreon. Pledge on Patreon, link your Discord. Then in Discord you can get access to all of my save games there. So thank you very much everyone for joining. Also thank you to the patrons who are supporting without sort of the boon of blueprints and save games. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.